Let's take a look at Donald Trump. Will he be convicted in court or not? Why and why not? Is he a devil or is he an angel? Is he a savior or is he destined to get the United States into deep heated water? Let me take a look at his astrological chart and the clairvoyant messages that I've received in the past 48 hours. And here's your answers. I'm Holly Hall from Askhollyhall.com. I'm a master astrologer with background education in clairvoyance, psychology, philosophy, remote viewing. I do so much more than just an astrologer. I'm a life and business coach, and let's take a look at Donald Trump's right now. Oh, by the way, if you're on my TikTok or YouTube, please like, please subscribe. It definitely pumps up my algorithms. I really appreciate it. And share. Remember, I do a combination of Vedic and Western astrology, which is called sidereal astrology. So if you're finding that you're not seeing this in Western astrology, if you're well versed in it, then that is why. This is the most ancient astrology known. It is not the modern astrology, which is very far off. So let's take a look at what's going on with him astrologically. He does have what's called Saturn going through his 7th house. So this is going to create some legal conduct and going through the court system, etc. Now, we've also got Neptune going through the 8th house of lies and deceptions and a lot of manipulation. The 8th house is around manipulation and deception. The Neptune is, and this is going to be in his house. It's going to be there for quite a long time. I mean, I'm talking about several years as well. But we want to take a look at Uranus, which is crossing over his MC, which is his house of career and his house of jobs and his house of life and living. And so I see this, yes, the last 2 years, even 3 years have been very rough on him, and it's all about control. But right now, nope, I'm not seeing anything negative. In fact, he's got what's called the magic wand going on right now. So he's going to manifest. This is actually going to be in his favor, believe it or not, in a very opposing way. So what I mean by that is that I do believe he's going to be convicted. I believe there's going to be somewhat of a house arrest. It is going to disable him from being able to go into election. This will change the election date because he's going to not protest it. What's the other word for it? Anyways, you guys know what I mean. And that will hold up the election. I don't know how that happens. I really don't. This is my clairvoyant side popping out. I'm not sure how that works. I'm Canadian. I'm not American. But this is what I'm seeing. The reason is because the scandal that he's under is supposed to expose, and I'm not a Trumper, I'll tell you that right away. As a Canadian, there are people like, I'm for Trump, I'm not for Trump, which I think is very strange. We got enough of our own political issues, don't you think? But anyways, I'm not a Trumper, I'm not a non-Trumper, I'm definitely a non-Trudeauer, though, if you want to know that much. But he's got some magic wand phase stuff happening, but he's going to be going through some financial, because so he's going to owe a lot of money. Part of his conviction is that he's got to pay back all this money. And so that's the part that he's really going to start to fight. Now, when is that fight over? When do I see that he'll be able to squeeze into the election at the very last minute? If there is a push for a later election, it'll be March of 2025. If he does squeeze in, absolutely, it'll be in August and September of 2024. But what I'm also seeing, there will be a big riot around this, that he isn't able to go up for election. But there's a loophole. They find a loophole somehow. And that's what allows him to get in at the last minute. And he's got this all planned and figured out already. But I want you guys to understand the big picture. The big picture isn't for him to win or lose the election. The big picture has nothing to do with him being president again. The big picture is that his court case is what's going to expose scandalism in the system. Because when he gets out, whether he's convicted or not, he will start going against the system, the legal system. He will sue the legal system for scandalism and blasphemy and fraudulent, also taking money, taking some kind of acceptance of power in order to manipulate his case. He's the first president to go into court. He is the youngest president of the United States, but he is not the first president who's embezzled. some people might remember somebody else in the system, Nixon. That's what he used to do all the time, but I'm doing the Nixon. But anyways, I'd love your opinion in the comments. What do you think? I'm an uneducated political journalist, not even close to it. And I'm just reading what I see in his astrological chart. This is a magical time for him. It may not turn out exactly as all of you that are Trumpers may want it to turn out to be. But in the long run, it is a blessing in disguise. So you hang in, get your popcorn. Namaste.